God damn it. Hey, what's happening, YouTubers? Back with a brand new action figure review, and today we're going to take a look at the brand new McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Robin Tim Drake Gold Label Collection. Now, this is an Amazon exclusive, I believe. I did get this in from Amazon like a little over a week ago, but I'm getting around to reviewing it right now, and I'm stoked to get this in because I've been hyped for a Robin Tim Drake because we have two of them so far from the McFarlane Toys line. This is more like a classic version, I guess you could say, but going forward, I'm just going to call it Tim Drake Robin because saying Robin Tim Drake sounds weird to me. But like we always do with the reviews, let's get started with the box art first, and it's what you'd expect from McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse box, but it has that gold label shine sticker right there that makes the figure worth $8,000 in 2 years. And on the side of the box has the DC Multiverse logo on the top, Robin Tim Drake. This is interesting. I like how Robin and Tim Drake is trademarked separately. Whatever. Actually, you know, it's missing from the bottom. Usually there's a McFarlane Toys logo on the bottom, so this box is worth even more now because it has the gold label collection sticker and it's missing the McFarlane Toys thing. So box misprint, so this is going to be worth $10,000. If we look on the back and see the image of Robin Tim Drake, I already lied. I'm saying Robin Tim Drake. I mean Tim Drake Robin. All right, enough about the box. Let's get Tim Drake out of the box. All right, here's Tim Drake Robin out of the box. Let's take a look at his accessories first. So he does come with the DC base plate that you see with all McFarlane Toys figures. So he does come with two weapon accessories, and the first one we're going to take a look at is a bow staff. So both Tim Drake figures that have come out this year have come with bow staffs, so I gotta admire the consistency of McFarlane Toys with the weapons they give Tim Drake. This is a different sculpted bow staff, I believe. It's nice to see they're sculpting new bow staffs and not giving us the same one, like reused over and over. It also comes with this batarang, which is interesting because it's not like those other batarangs we've gotten before, like those fatarangs where they look like jumbo sliced pizzas. This one actually looks like it's in scale with the line. Then, of course, just like all DC Multiverse figures, including the vehicles, they come with a trading card. Here's the trading card of Tim Drake Robin. Now, I get it. Before anyone says anything, I know that the card art is different from the actual figure itself, especially the hair. But there's the image right there. And then on the back is a data file on Tim Drake. Feel free to pause it if you want to go ahead and read it. All right, now let's take a look at the figure itself. And before we get started, yes, I acknowledge that there is a lot of inaccuracies to the card art and to specifically this costume. Like, I acknowledge that they're painted, the arms and the sleeves are different and all that crap, and that the Robin logo is a circle as opposed to an oval. I get all that. Here's the thing. I'm okay paying $20 for this, brand new tooling and all that stuff. I know it'll probably be reused later on, but I'm okay paying $20 for this for brand new tooling, as opposed to paying $25 for a suited body from 2014. So glass half full version, I guess. But when taking a look at the head sculpt first, it is a solid Tim Drake head sculpt in my opinion. Some might disagree. I mean, me personally, I would have preferred if they had it look more like the trading card. But it doesn't look that bad. I understand what they were going for with this hair look. It looks pretty good. I do like his little mask right there. It does look okay. His face looks a little too fat in my opinion, but let me know what you all think in the comments. But I don't think the head sculpt looks too bad. I'm taking a look at the rest of the figure. Yes, there is sculpting on the torso and the arms. I get all that, but it is staying true to the source material in terms of the color palette. You have your yellow, your red, your black, and I think it looks awesome throughout. The cape sculpt looks nice. I like how it's a little windswept in the bottom and not too much on one side. You've heard me mention that before, but I think they do a good job with that now, keeping it sort of neutral, but still adding a little bit of detail in there, a little attitude, I guess, if you're having this on your shelf. But overall, I do like the sculpting of it. I like the sculpting of the utility belt, and despite this being a square peg and a round hole, I do like the logo of the Robin. The reason why I say that is you can clearly see it's an oval on a circle, but it is what it is. And I have to say the sculpting of the ankle joints look great. They've come a long way, especially when it's come to those ankle ball joints we used to see in the line. I think this looks awesome. It looks like one consistent boot. And also, I think with the wrist, I think it's still using the ball joint, but that's fine just because the glove is hiding the ball joints, which is fine to me. Overall, sculpting looks great on this figure. When getting into articulation, it's your standard McFarlane Toys 22 moving parts, so the head can go from side to side, and it can look up. Not that bad. Jesus, that chin is huge. Looking down, not too bad. There is that faux butterfly joint in there, which, it's not that bad. And here's the cool thing. The bicep cut is underneath the sleeve, so it doesn't break up the mold of the sleeve. There are double jointed elbows, which actually don't get that bad of a range. Oops. Fuck, watch me break it. There is a ball joint at the wrist, so it can hinge up and down and then move all around. And then, of course, it has your diaphragm cut, which I like. Can go back quite a bit. Going forward, damn, nothing going forward. But luckily, the ball joint at the hip, damn, still really nothing going forward, man. That kind of sucks. I hope at some point they improve that as well. It has the diaper piece, so it's rubber, so it allows the leg to kick out about that far, which is a nice range. Not too far back just because the cape hindering it. And the diaper piece, double jointed knees, which gets quite a good range. Geez, that cut looks weird. And then, of course, ankle articulation and toe articulation as well. Now we're just going to jump right into size comparisons. And first size comparison, here's Tim Drake standing next to a couple other Tim Drake figures we've gotten so far in the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse line. We have Red Robin on the left and the Robin from the Arkham Knight game. Now, I was also thinking doing a comparison video between all three of these Tim Drake figures, just because I think McFarlane Toys has given us the most Tim Drake figures in a long time. We haven't really seen some from Mattel recently, and we know Mezco's doing Damian Wayne, but it's nice to see Tim Drake getting the love. Oh, and by the way, I did want to try a head swap from the Red Robin onto the regular Robin figure, and then the Arkham Knight one as well. So let's go and take a look. Kind of shows something. A bunch of headless Robin figures. The ball joints are about the same, so it should work okay. Operative word being should. So let's see Red Robin. Oops. On the Tim Drake figure. That's, jeez. So it doesn't really work. I mean, the thing looks cool, but it doesn't work just because the skin color is different on there. But it looks like the ball joint is bigger on the Arkham one, so it will not work with the Tim Drake gold label version on here, which sucks because I think that probably could have worked. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And next size comparison, here's Tim Drake standing next to more Robin figures from McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse line. We have the DC Rebirth Damian Wayne Robin and the Carrie Kelly Robin from Dark Knight Returns. And to me, this has been the best scaled Robin figure we've gotten in comparison to Batman, because I'm about to show what Batman looks like next to this Robin, and he looks pretty freaking tall. Next size comparison, here's what I meant. Here he is in the next couple of Batman figures from McFarlane Toys. We have the Batman 3 Jokers Batman, aka my favorite Batman so far, and the Detective Comics Blue variant Batman. So this is kind of what I meant. Unless this is supposed to be based on an adult version of Tim Drake, even then I think he's still a little too tall. Like he's almost as tall as his Detective Comics 1000 Batman. When it comes to Batman 3 Jokers Batman, this thing's going to be taller than most figures. And I know to some collectors, scale doesn't matter. To me, it does in terms of toy photography and in terms of how you're displaying on your shelf, because it shouldn't make sense that Tim Drake's almost the same height as Batman. I don't know. Let me know what we all think in the comments below. And last size comparison, here he is in some more DC Multiverse figures from McFarlane Toys and former Robins. We have the Red Hood and Nightwing, which I gotta say, this Red Hood is still one of their best figures in the line, in my opinion. All right, some overall thoughts on the figures. I think it's okay. You know, it's not perfect, far from it, but I think it's decent. You know, while the sculpting is a little off, it does still remain true to the source material in terms of its color palette. The head sculpt's okay as well. I do like that sculpting of the cape, and I think it's a solid Robin figure overall. Some might prefer this over the Red Robin one. I don't know yet. I think I'm planning on doing a comparison video between the two. But I will say this. If you're a Tim Drake Robin fan, you've got to be loving this from McFarlane Toys. They've given us 3 Tim Drake figures already, as I mentioned before. But I think overall this is a solid figure, especially for your collection and display for the Bat family. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, YouTubers. What do you think about this figure? Will you be picking it up? And like always, if you like what you see, be sure to hit that like button. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching.